Hey, thanks for tuning in to CLO Ed TV. If you're liking the patio cover series, definitely drop a comment in the comment section below. Last video we did some cooking and worked on the cross beams, but in this video we're going to be working on the trusses. I will leave a picture somewhere in the video that shows the different types of trusses. I went with a queen style truss, although mine was modified slightly because I did not want the weight points to be directly all on the center, so I kind of spread it out a little bit. Here what I'm doing is cutting the angles for the peaks of the trusses and matching the beams that will attach to the peak and matching that same angle. And now I'm working on the center pieces for each truss, and I'm making sure when I cut on both sides that I'm matching each angle. So I'm pretty sure there's a better way to do this, but I basically just marked the sides the angles that I wanted to cut and just cut them across, and then sometimes the middle of the peak wouldn't line up exactly, so I had to just shave off a slight bit, just like right here in the clip. In the comment section, if you know a better way to make that center beam the peak angles, just let me know in the comment section. Here I'm marking the ends of the trusses, and that's what I like to do to save time. Instead of measuring everything, I just line it up to the wood and cut it, and then cut two pieces so they'll match exactly. Now when I'm building, this is just me, I like to batch make my pieces. So once I get one side, I cut for however many trusses I'm doing off of that same piece. So if I'm making 4 trusses, I'm cutting all the pieces in bulk for all 4 trusses. And as you can see here, I'm working on the middle pieces for the truss. And you'll see where they're attached later on in the video. All right, here's everything. Now we're ready to start nailing this thing together. So in this clip, I am using my Ryobi nailer. And if you want to know what type of nailer it is, it will be in the description below. When I say what type, I'm talking about the angles. But yeah, basically I'm just putting what I consider like a tack nail on each side just to hold the truss together. Now what was weird is I had to switch to the framing nailer only because my setup was kind of janky because I really didn't have a table to set everything up on, so I just set it on the ground and it was hard to elevate. And you'll notice here how the pieces keep sliding, and this is just not a traditional technique, but it gets the job done. So I kind of had to hold the piece up as a nail took a bite, but you'll see here. And it's all about your preference, so whatever size nails you think are the proper size, which will give enough bite and have enough strength for your structure, you pick those size nails. All right, so I'm back to the framing nailer just because it's faster. And as you can see, although this truss looks light like I'm picking it up, I do have a bit of strength on me, but I also use good materials, so it is a strong truss. So I'm just going back, doubling up the nails, and making sure everything will be nice and sturdy. Now here it is with the middle piece and the ends there. Now what I'm doing is measuring from the center of the truss all the way to the inside corner of the end of the truss. And it was surprisingly even, 50 inches exact. So I just measured up to the 25-inch mark and marked it with my speed square. And that's where the support frames are going to be for the truss. Here you can see me lining them up, and I basically had the same issue. I put blocks underneath to level it to give me sort of like an extra assistant when holding those pieces there. And it's easy peasy. Just take that Ryobi nailer and then nail them in. Now there's different angles you can buy and different styles you can buy. The nailer that I got, the framing nailer that I got, is because of the angle, you're gonna have less nails in it, but it's a more common nail. It doesn't use the paper nails; it uses the plastic, but you get less nails in there. But it's a strong nailer. I love it. Okay, and here is the completed truss. It's not quite a queen style because that wouldn't necessarily meet in the middle, but this is my variation of that. So, what do you think, guys? Now, on the next video, we're going to add a little bit of paint for protection and make this thing look really good. And yeah, I went with green, but we'll show that more in the next video. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and be on the lookout for part 4. Take care.